Hello, everybody. Lakeisha McKnight is here. Welcome back to Leadership TKO, the night show. It's about 9:35 p.m. We're here nonetheless. So normally we're here at 9 o'clock, but we had a class that we were holding for Leadership TKO for authors. We just wrapped up that class, and so we're jumping back here. And we want to make sure that we continue on with giving you great content and information pertaining to another subdivision that we do have. So let's back up a bit. Even if you're new to the podcast, Leadership TKO is the brand that's housed under a limited liability company entitled the International Leadership Education and Development Company, where the mission of the podcast and this company is to partner with small businesses, associations, right, and universities to build winning leaders. And so I want to encourage you to visit the website leadershiptko.com to learn more. Now, with this brand, Leadership TKO, there are subdivisions within it. As I just revealed to you, we do have a subdivision that's Leadership TKO for authors. We just wrapped up one of the classes tonight. We also have Leadership TKO for speakers, Leadership TKO for internet marketers. Leadership TKO for believers is actually going to be launched in 2018. But we're the biggest subdivision that we do have is Leadership TKO for women, which launched at the end of February, early March. And so we're excited about that. I'm excited about what God is doing with that subdivision. But I want to encourage you just to connect, because with this subdivision, we actually propelled and moved forward with a campaign. Now, the name of the campaign is Born to Lead Global Women's Leadership Campaign. Right. And so I'm going to tell you all about this campaign in just a second, but I want to inform the campaign group on Facebook that we are live right now, just to get them involved and let them know we did not forget about them. OK, so join me on the podcast. All right. Make sure I spell that right. Podcast platform. I am live. Okay, so yes, I do wanted to just let you know and thank you so much for being connected. Even when we're not here exactly at 9 o'clock, some of you have been faithful listeners to the podcast, and I appreciate that. If you subscribe to this podcast, it will let you know when we're live. So that way, when we're live, you can just jump in, even if we're a little bit late. You'll still be able to be notified as to when we're live. So if there's a button nearby that allows you to subscribe to the podcast, go ahead and click that button to subscribe. That way you're well informed as to when we're going live. Because right now I'm live from Chesapeake, Virginia. And we do have a location that's in Nigeria, Africa as well. I'm super excited because some people who are connected to this podcast and they're part of this Global Women's Leadership Campaign, we're going to be meeting up in Portsmouth, Virginia this Saturday, May 27th, for a Leadership TKO Women's Convention and Expo. We're excited about this because this is the official gathering, first gathering in the United States regarding the Global Women's Leadership Campaign. And we would love for you to connect. If you can possibly be here in Portsmouth, Virginia on that day, that would be great. Now, you can learn more about this convention by visiting www.leadershiptkoconvention.com. The tickets normally are $125, but if you enter the code Mother's Day, again, it's Mother's Day, without spaces, without apostrophes, or capitalized letters, all lowercase, you're going to get a gift on behalf of the company. Okay, so enter the code, grab your ticket, and we'll see you here in Portsmouth, Virginia on Saturday, May 27th for the convention. But you may see, of course, the title of our episode tonight, which has a lot to do with relieving anxiety and even burnout. Okay, I have some things I want to share with you because burnout and anxiety is closely related. Okay. It is closely related. So what are some things that you can do to kind of relieve yourself from burnout? Now, there are a few things that you can do. I have a couple of them in my just have a couple of them ready for you. Okay. Number one, here, don't blame yourself. Don't blame yourself. Life can be really busy, stressful, especially when with the intense demands that we have. If you're really feeling burnt out, rather than blaming yourself, really be proactive. Okay. And getting back in the saddle, getting back in the process there, and so that you can really feel good about yourself again. Remember, you're in control of your destiny. Focus on what you can do, not what you think you should do. Let me repeat this. Focus on what you can do, not what you think you should do. Okay? So you need to then write down on a sheet of paper, what can you do? What are some things you can do? Number 2, here's another relief strategy when it comes to burnout. Stop being so serious. Some of you need to just relax. Stop being so serious. Now, with stress and responsibilities you carry on a daily basis, and I know some of you do, as moms, as spouses, as, the caretakers for the elderly, our elder parents, you may need, some type of silly time. Can I just put it that way? You need some type of silly time. Release your inhibitions and have some fun. Live a little. Okay. So whether it be dancing in your living room, just break it, just break dance, break it on down, do it, get it in your living room. Just get it. Right. Or swinging on the swings at a local park. Take some time to find your inner child again. Can I challenge you to do that? Take some time to find your inner child. This is going to help you to let go of the current stress level that you have, even if it's just for a little while. Okay. Making time to have fun will give you a chance to refocus and really get your life and your priorities back to where it needs to be. Here's the third tip for you when it comes to trying to relieve yourself from burnout. Stay healthy. Stay healthy. So it's important for you to stay in peak physical condition when you're under stress. So that means you need to work on nutrition. What are you eating? So eat appropriate servings of fruit and vegetables. Drink a lot of water. We know it could be hard. Add some lemon to it. Add some fruit to it to give you a little bit of a taste. Add some agave to it. Agave is a natural sweetener. Okay. And then exercise. I've begun to do that myself. I'm practicing what I'm preaching here. I work out. I have a trainer that I hired, work out 3 times a week with the trainer. And then on odd days, I do my own thing. When it comes to jump roping and, doing push-ups, I have my own thing that I have going on. So fit exercise into your busy schedule. Okay. Make an appointment with yourself to exercise and keep that appointment. Here's a 4th tip. Improve your time management skills. Your time management skills. So you may be burnt out because you're trying to fit a week's worth of stuff in a single day. Don't do that. Why are you doing that? It's impossible to do that. Learn how to budget the time in your day more effectively. This is going to allow you to relieve a lot of time pressure and stress. Okay. Now, I can tell you this. Good time management will lessen the feeling of being overwhelmed, as well as enable you to have time you need to do what you need to do or what you want to do. Here's a final tip for you. Get enough sleep. I'm talking to myself here because this can be rough for me. Get enough sleep. This is going to allow your body to rest and rejuvenate, start the upcoming day with more energy. So if you try to adhere to 8 hours of sleep, you're going to find yourself more focused, level-headed, and patient. Some people say, well, how can I get more patience? Get more sleep. That will help you get more patience. Now, we can be juggling so much in life, but you really have to take time for yourself. You really have to learn how to have fun and manage your time better. We can all use an extra dose of these things. Okay. So hopefully these tips have helped you out. I'm grateful for solveyourproblem.com. It definitely gives a lot of tips and strategies as well. Right. So thank you so much for listening in about these tips regarding relieving burnout, which also helps with anxiety as well. be sure to connect. If you're saying, well, Lakeisha, how do I connect to this campaign to advocate for women who are suffering from mental illness, which is our focus for this month? How do you get connected so that you can represent your country to enhance the leadership of women and support one another? Because that's what this campaign is doing. It's twofold. Number one, to celebrate our sisters and to help them to become stronger leaders. And then number two, to bring awareness to women's issues, to think about those solutions out there and create more effective solutions. So if you want to be a part of this campaign and connect your country to this campaign, you can be in Hong Kong, you can be in China, the Philippines, Greece, the Netherlands, Australia, United Kingdom, South Africa, Canada, Virgin Islands, right? All of these different countries out there, Hungary, Sweden, Norway, France, all of you, let's come together. Let's join together. Let's support one another in declaring that we are women and that we are born to lead. We can lead by coming together and showing the world that we care and that we love one another, and that we're not going to backbite. We're not going to tear each other down, but with our words, we're going to lift each other up. With the prayers that we can offer up to God, we're going to lift each other up. That's what we're going to do with this campaign. You agree? Hit the like button for this episode tonight. If you're listening in, there should be a heart nearby. Like this episode if you found it to be helpful tonight. Be sure to come back here tomorrow night. We're definitely going to be here. Okay. But make sure you subscribe. That way you know when we're going live. Now, I can tell you this in advance. Okay. I can tell you this, that we're probably going to be here live tomorrow night at about 9:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have an interview that we're going to be hosting at 9 o'clock that we might even open up this podcast for so that people can hear the interview live. So we may do that. We may open up the line so that you all can hear the interview live at 9 o'clock. But as far as giving updates regarding the campaign and talking about anxiety, we might touch on that towards the end of the interview. So what you're going to hear tomorrow, matter of fact, yes, jump on this podcast at 9. We're going to record the interview live on this podcast show tomorrow night. So that's the replacement on Thursdays, as I mentioned last week. So yeah, be here at 9 so that you can hear more about our interviewee. She actually was encouraged to write a book due to a situation that happened in her life. And so I want to share her situation with you, how she became a first-time successful author and how she's now building leaders through becoming an author. Okay, so be sure you be here tomorrow at 9 o'clock p.m. so that we can learn more about this author and this leader. So thank you so much for listening in. Remember, until tomorrow, to think, speak, and live leadership. Thank you so much, and be blessed.